at one point in your career, like, this is not for me. I can't do this. I want to give up?
Well, I felt that way about school teaching several times. But with the law, no. Mm-hmm. Ever since I was a little girl, people would say to me when I was 4 or 5, what do you want to be when you grow up? Mm-hmm. Expecting me to say something like a ballerina. I'd say, oh, I want to be a lawyer like my daddy. Mm-hmm. And I remember specifically one of his friends said, it was after church one Sunday, he said, well, you know little girls can't be lawyers.
It's awful.
So it's one of those fixed memories that you have from childhood.
Right, those flashbacks.
And I thought, I'll just show him. Mm-hmm. So the world turned enough. Some of my friends got out of the kitchen and went to law school and medical school and did things like that. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the reasons I got in was because of Sissy Daughtry and Mary Shafran, who were Judge Sissy Daughtry, who is now a member of the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals, the court very next to the Supreme Court. Mm-hmm. And if Al Gore had been elected, she'd be on the Supreme Court.
Right.
And she was very complimentary of me and very helped me a lot to get in law school. Mm-hmm. When I graduated in 1982, mm-hmm. it was kind of like the same thing over again. Mm-hmm. I was told women couldn't try jury trials. Mm-hmm. I was told that women would never be comfortable in a courtroom. Mm-hmm. I was told that women ought to specialize in matters like tax because they're like needlepoint. Fortunately, however, I did have a Republican friend. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because his law firm had just broken up, mm-hmm. and he had an office in Washington and one here, and he needed somebody here quick. Okay. And somebody who had done post-conviction relief, trying to get people out of prison.
Wow, okay.
So that was kind of an area of expertise, mm-hmm. and he had a couple of big cases like that. So Fred Thompson, who later became Senator Fred Thompson, mm-hmm. and for whom the new federal courthouse here will be named, invited me to come practice with his firm.
Do you think so? For my generation, I feel like we want it right now. We want instant gratification. That's what we want right now. And then you were a teacher, you were a journalist, then you became a lawyer, then becoming a judge. What would you tell people that want to give up so easily?
Well, I'd say that's positively ridiculous. I mean, you really can't do that. Mm-hmm. It is unfortunate that the internet and the Wi-Fi connections everywhere right. have just made us all feel like we can instantly learn anything, instantly do anything. Right. That's not true. Mm-hmm. You try learning a language.
It takes time.
If there's anything that can bring you to your knees and make you understand that there's some things you cannot do overnight, mm-hmm. is try to learn a language. Mm-hmm. So I invite anybody who's watching, sit down with Babbel and pick a language.
Right.
And see how long it takes you mm-hmm. to even say hello, goodbye, and ask questions at the grocery store. It's difficult.
Patience is key.
Patience is always a virtue. Mm-hmm. And just staying calm, focus on other people, and just stay calm. I really am annoyed with women who get very upset. It hurts our reputation. It hurts all of us. Mm-hmm. Just be calm. It'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. What would you tell your younger self? Like, if you can go back and say, you're going to be a judge. It's
I
okay.
wouldn't believe you.
You wouldn't
believe you. No, I wouldn't have believed you at all. Mm-hmm.
Can you pinpoint a moment you wish you knew what you knew now?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
As I mentioned, my husband's a philosopher, and he mentioned someone the other day, it may have been Santayana, who said, life is experienced backward, but only lived going forward.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
So I think you can only live it going forward and just reflect on what occurred. Mm-hmm. But you can only live going forward.
Go forward. Love that. The ending final question. Do you love what you do?
I can honestly say I love what I do. I honestly can say that. I am going to be 74 years old in November.
Ooh.
Nice. And I have no plans to quit.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for this interview. Thank you so much for tuning in on Do What You Love series. See you guys.